The headline is, "It Became Me." Studies show that revolutionary new brain chips may bend your mind in strange and troubling ways. Intervening in the delicate operation of human brain is a sticky business, and the effects are not always desirable or intended. People using BCIs can feel a profound sense of dependency on the devices, which is what Klaus Schwab says is going to be a great feature. The dependency, the partnership, the life partnership you have with a chip. Or as though their sense of self has been altered. Yeah, because what are you at that point? You become the Bing search engine. Before we reach the point where people are lining up to get a smartphone implanted in their brain, it's important to grapple with their dangers and unique ethical pitfalls. Well, we've been grappling with those for a while. But not all these changes that researchers have found are beneficial. In interviews with people who've had BCIs, Frederick Gilbert, a philosophy professor at the University of Tasmania, specializing in applied neuroethics, has noticed some odd effects. Here's a quote. "The notions of personality, identity, agency, authenticity, autonomy, and self, those are very compact, obscure, and opaque dimensions," Gilbert told me. Quote, "Nobody really agrees on what they mean, but we have cases where it's clear that BCIs have induced changes in personality or expression of sexuality." Across numerous interview studies, Gilbert also has noticed patients report feelings of not recognizing themselves, or what is typically referred to as estrangement in the research. They know that they are themselves, but it's not like it was prior to the implantation, he said. They've been estranged from themselves. While some estrangement could be beneficial, if it results in a healthy sense of self-esteem, for example, negative instances, known as deteriorative estrangement, can be quite vexing. It has led to extreme cases where there have been attempts at suicide, Gilbert said. As the technology improves, we get closer to Musk's Fitbit in your skull vision, but there's a reason to be cautious. After all, if it's easy to get addicted to your phone, just think about how much more addicting it could be if it were wired directly into your brain. Gilbert told me about one patient he had interviewed who developed a kind of decision paralysis, eventually feeling as if they couldn't even go out or decide what to eat without first consulting the device that showed what was going on in their brain. Quote, "There is nothing wrong with having a device that is completing a decision," Gilbert said, "but at the end, the device was kind of supplanting the person in the decision, kicking them out of the loop." End quote. Sometimes a patient can come to rely so much on their device that they feel like they can't even function without it. Gilbert has encountered many study participants who have fallen into depression upon losing support for their devices and having them removed, often simply because a given trial expired or ran out of funding. Quote, you grow gradually into it and you get used to it." An anonymous study participant who received a device to detect signs of epileptic activity said in an interview, quote, "It became me. It became me." There are also privacy concerns that come with a computer getting access to your brainwaves. If you get a device to help you move your prosthetic arm, for instance, that device will pick up on other sources of noise that you may not want to be out of your brain, Gilbert said. There's a lot of background noise. That background noise can be deciphered. That noise is necessarily converted, sitting somewhere in the cloud. Someone could learn a lot by studying your brain waves, and if a hacker managed to access your data, they could read your mind, in a sense, by looking for specific expressions of brain signal activity.